Hey there guys, Simply H here again with another Warra-Warra What-What. And this week's question comes from Jason Olckers. Very good mate of mine, grew up with him kind of thing back in the day, and he's always been in the mix of me growing up, and he's here in England. I haven't seen him for a while. I saw him in SA last, but either way, his question was, how do I make £1 million and go to South Africa and live like a king? Now obviously this was not an easy task to figure out, Jason. If it was easy, then everybody would do it, so obviously this is not going to be an easy one for you, but I did figure it out. Basically what you need to make £1 million is to have 20 million pounds in your bank account for 1 year. Obviously it's not easy to get your hands on 20 million pounds. Where that comes from is you get 10% interest on money in your bank, especially if you have into the millions. So 20 million is pretty hectic. 10% interest will equal £2 million. However, you also pay super tax, which is almost 50%, which is why your million will come from the 20 million, because you'll get back 2 million, but you'll pay super tax and you'll end up paying £1 million in tax, which leaves you with the million that you want. Now, how are you going to get there is the next thing that I thought about, because obviously nobody's just going to give you 20 million to put in your bank account for them, because, well, they want that interest. And they want to save on those taxes. So I figured all you need to do is you need to find a property for development, right? So you need to find a big company that wants to develop property. The way you're going to do that is you're going to look at like a big stretch of land, or even, yeah, like in Bristol there's quite a few old buildings that they are breaking down at the moment and redeveloping. So if you can get guys to trust you, that you are able to get guys to do that for them, then you would be able to get 20 million into your account. So how would you do this? The average property will cost you about £5 million. So if you can get 4 investors, or therefore 4 properties, and you can between them get them to pay that money into your account. But you've got to be clever with it, because you need that money, that 20 million in your account the whole year for you to get the million by the end of the year. So what you would do is you would go to company number 1 and 2 and try and get their 10 million in your account as soon as possible. You would use the money from property 2 to build the property 1's property. Oh, yeah. Property 2's money will build property 1's thing. Then property 3 must come along and build property 2's thing, and therefore your balance stays at 20 million all the time. So basically what I'm saying is you've got 10 million from each. You could even go down to 4 only, but you got, so that you so every quarter you will have 20 million in your account. So what you'll do is you'll get 10 million from property 1, then you'll get 10 million from property 2, and start building property 1. As you start building property 1, you're obviously going to start using some of that 20 million. So now comes property 3, and they invest their 20 million. So they're 10 million. So now you've got 30 in the bank, but you're starting to use from that 30. So you're building property 1's thing, you're starting to break down stuff, what have you, and slowly you are starting with their property. Some of the change you can start on property 2 stuff as well. As you get closer down to your 20 million, you go to property number 4 and you get their guys to invest their 10 million, and then obviously you just carry on like that. As you get closer to the end of the year, you'll see if you need a 5th property, or if you can actually make it for a whole year with 20 million cap. At the end of that year, or in fact, yeah, at the end of that year, you can pay, or you can finish building all those properties, and you will then keep the interest from the 20 million that's been not stagnant but been laying in your account. The other thing you can do as well is, if you can get enough investors, or if you can get the right people to build for you, what have you, you can obviously make a profit of that. If you can get the property for cheaper, yet still sell it at the 10 million that you need to sell it for, obviously then you'll be making more. But at the end of the day, the easiest way to make £1 million is to have an investment of £20 million, because you're guaranteed a 10% dividend, which then you'll still have to pay your tax, which will be 50% of that. So you'll end up with your million. And if that's what's going to make you live like a king in SA, because that's the number you gave, then yes, that's how you can do it. So it's basically Peter borrowing from Paul and making sure that you keep above that 20, or on that 20 million limit throughout the year. Obviously you can make it for a longer time period as well. You can run it over 2 years, but then drop it to 5 million per thing. But the long story short is, you need to have 20 million in your account for a year in order to get that 1 million payout. Next week we're gonna answer Lindie's question. It's not as intricate as that, and yes, I had to scratch my brain and I had to ask a few questions, but basically, Jay, that's how you're going to get your £1 million. Lindie is next week, the second half of her question, which is very interesting. So yeah, check it out next week. Thank you so much for your time. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. Don't kick the camera, and have a good one. Cheers, bye.